Hello and welcome to the next lecture of Basics of Control System. In the previous lecture, we have seen introduction to the control system, what is system, then what is control system, what is open loop control system, what is closed loop control system, then examples of both open loop and closed loop systems, and lastly we have differentiated between the open loop and closed loop control system. Then in this video, we are going to see another type of classification of control system depending on other parameters such as linearity, time variance, etc. So according to this, the control systems can be classified as linear and non-linear control system, then time variant and time invariant control system, also linear time variant and linear time invariant control system. Also, we are going to see the Laplace transform. First, linear control system. When the control system obeys homogeneity and linearity, it is called as linear control system. Overall response of the system is equivalent to the sum of individual responses. We are going to see one example, then you will get this point. Also, linear control system obeys the principle of superposition. Here is one example for explaining the linearity, the concept of linearity. First system shows the input as x1 of t, gain of the system is a1, and whatever output we get is y1 of t, and that is equivalent to a1 x1 of t. Second system is having gain a2 and its input is x2 of t, and the output is y2 of t is equal to a2 into x2 of t. So these are the two systems having their individual responses as y1 of t and y2 of t. In the third diagram, the summation of the both system is taken, x1 of t with the gain a1. Second system is having input x2 of t with the gain a2, and when the sum of these two systems is done, then y3 of t is equal to a1 x1 of t plus a2 x2 of t. Okay, if we do the individual sums, that is for y1 of t and y2 of t, we will also get y3 of t is equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. So this obeys the principle of linearity. Non-linear control system. When the control system does not obey homogeneity and linearity, it is called as non-linear control system. So non-linear control system violates the rules of homogeneity and linearity. It does not obey the principle of superposition. Okay. Now the next type of classification is time varying control system and time invariant control system. As the name suggests, systems whose output parameters vary with the time are called as time varying control system. Okay. On the other hand, when output parameters do not vary with the time, these types of systems are known as time invariant control systems. Third type of classification is LTV and LTI, that is linear time variant control system and linear time invariant control system. So if the system is linear as well as it is time variant, then this system is known as linear time variant control system. And on the other hand, if the system is linear and time invariant, then this type of control system is known as linear time invariant control system. Okay, got it? So we have seen three types of classification. First is linear control system and non-linear control system. then time variant control system and time invariant control system, and the third one is linear time variant control system and linear time invariant control system. So this was about classification of the control systems. The next part we are going to see is Laplace transform. So you have studied it in the mathematics. Let us revise it shortly. To evaluate the performance of an automatic control system, the commonly used mathematical tool is Laplace transform. So here in the control system, we need the Laplace transform to evaluate the performance of the system. Okay. The Laplace transform converts the differential equation into an algebraic equation in S. Laplace transform exists for almost all signals of practical interest. So basically the Laplace transform is used to convert the signals in time domain into the S domain. Okay. So here one flow diagram is shown in which why Laplace transform is used is explained. See on the left side of this text Laplace transformation, you can see time domain. Okay, in the time domain we are having unknown function, suppose f of t or d by dt, differential equations, etc. Then we have to solve the differential equations, then we will get time domain f of t, so that will be the known function. Okay, then in the frequency domain we are having unknown f of s algebraic equations. By solving these algebraic equation we will get frequency domain, that is known f of s. By using Laplace transform we can convert f of t, that is function in the time domain, into function in the frequency domain, that is f of s. We can also do reverse thing, that is the function in frequency domain can be converted into the function in time domain by using the inverse Laplace transform. See the advantages of Laplace transform. Solution of integral differential systems can be easily obtained. So by using the Laplace transform we can get the solutions of the differential systems. Initial conditions are automatically incorporated. Then Laplace transform provides an easy and effective solution of many problems arising in automatic control system. Next, Laplace transform allows the use of graphical techniques for predicting the system performance. We can also use graphical techniques in the Laplace transform. Then the definition of Laplace transform. The Laplace transform of a function f of t is defined as f of s is equal to L, that is Laplace of f of t, which is equivalent to integration from 0 to infinity f of t e raised to minus st dt, where f of s is the symbol for Laplace transform. L is the Laplace transform, that is Laplace transform operator, and f of t is some function of time t. So you can see in this equation f of s is the s domain function, which is shown on the left side of the equation, and we have to do the Laplace transform of f of t, that is time domain function, and for that purpose we have to take the integration of f of t e raised to minus st dt from 0 to infinity. So this is the definition of Laplace transform. Now we will see some standard Laplace transforms which you already know in the mathematics. Okay, so let us revise it, some standard Laplace transform that we use in the control system. Okay, so the first is unit step function. In the time domain, we represent this unit step function as 1 or u of t. Its Laplace transform is 1 upon s. Second function is constant term, suppose a. Then its Laplace transform is given by a upon s. Then a ramp function a t. Its Laplace transform is a upon s square. Function is exponential decay. In time domain, this exponential decay function is represented as e raised to minus at, and its Laplace transform is 1 upon s plus a. Okay. Fifth function is time polynomial, that is t raised to n, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. And its Laplace transform is, that is in the s domain, it is represented as n factorial divided by s raised to n plus 1. Next function is unit impulse function. In time domain, it is represented as 1 or delta t, and its Laplace transform is 1. Next is parabola. In time domain, it is represented as a t square, and its Laplace transform is 2a divided by s cube. Next is sine function. In time domain, it is sine at, and its Laplace transform is a divided by a square plus s square. Next function, cosine function, that is cos at in time domain. By Laplace transform, we get s upon a square minus s square in s domain. Then damped sine, it is represented as e raised to minus at sine omega t, okay, and its Laplace transform is omega divided by s plus a bracket square plus omega square. Then damped cosine, its time domain function is e raised to minus at cos omega t, and its Laplace transform is s plus a divided by s plus a bracket square plus omega square. For inductor, time domain function is L into d by dt of I of t, and its Laplace transform is L into s into I of s. For capacitor, the time domain function is integration of 1 upon c into it dt. Its Laplace transform is 1 upon sc into I of s. And for resistor, time domain function is r into I of t, and its Laplace transform is r into I of s. So students, you have to remember all this standard Laplace transform, as we are going to do some derivations, and in that you require these Laplace transforms. So you have to remember these given standard Laplace transforms. Next is inverse Laplace transform. By definition, the inverse Laplace transform operator L inverse converts an S-domain function back to the corresponding time domain function. So it is given as f of t is equal to L inverse f of s. Okay. So the Laplace transform transforms time domain function into S domain function, whereas inverse Laplace transform transforms S domain function into time domain function. So this is all about today's lecture. In this we have seen the classification as linear control system and non-linear control system, then time varying control system and time invariant control system, then linear time varying control system and linear time invariant control system, which is also known as LTV and LTI control system. And we have also seen what is Laplace transform, why it is required for control system, and some standard Laplace transform of mostly used functions. Then we have also seen what is inverse Laplace transform. Okay, in the next lecture we will continue with the Laplace transform and transfer functions of the control system.